Testing 1, 2, 3 on the mic. Testing 1, 2, 3 on the mic.
I'm finally with Jethro. What's up? We're gonna be fixing the car today again. Today is gonna be sanding, Sarpa. We're gonna be sanding today.
I think it's only you, Sarpa.
Damn you!
Can't you see? Look how sick I look, man.
Nah, you look fine, man.
My face is so fucking...
It looks fine. It looks fucking mad, bro. Anyway, we just arrived at Super Cheap. I'm gonna collect the stuff that I ordered. Jethro's gonna sit in the car because he's, you know, the most helpful guy ever. And then we're gonna go Bunnings to get the spray paint gun, and then we can try it out from there and see how we go. Got a whole box full of stuff. And see, this is why I prefer doing it on my own, because I mean, it's way cheaper. And on top of that, I get to experiment a little bit.
You know what I mean? And then we'll just like, we'll see how we go, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, we will see how we go. Souped up car, brother. Look at that. Whoa, it's modified. Modified interior. You got mad details, bruh. I like your car, Matt. I like it, Sarpa.
Right. Sydney-siders, you know, the population of Sydney-siders, what they do is, around those times, is they'll drive their car around in the streets and roads and shit. And then what's gonna happen is they will park their car in the middle of the road. And what I don't get is they'll park the car, right? But they won't get out of their car. They'll like literally stay in their car for that, on those periods of times, not moving. It's weird. It's a phenomenon. We call it a Sydney phenomenon. Now Victoria's trying to follow us now too.
Is that right, Mark? Is that right? Sounds like a pretty interesting phenomenon, man. Pretty interesting phenomenon, man.
Alright, I'm gonna have a rest in the car.
You're gonna rest again in the car?
Yeah.
What a helpful guy. Tell me more about this phenomenon in Sydney.
That there's a guy named Jethro na pakapogi grabe na talaga kapag the jets. While his mate is tied and locked up.
Why would I be tied and locked up in The Amazing Race?
Because you're a cunt. And I'm the hero.
Alright, we've just arrived at Crib Della Jethro, and there's the sweet baby Integra right there. Got a lot to do. Now let me just grab this box. There's a lot of things in here so far. A lot of things to carry out. Woo! Woo! Okay, so just for reference, we have all of the stuff. Well, we have most of the things that we need. Essentially, I started off with practicing with cans, so just to see if I could actually do it by hand, because this is my first time. I'm not a pro or anything, and this is the result. So practiced on the tail here, Matt. I think it might need a bit of a sanding down for a polish, but maybe a little bit more clear coat. I'm not sure yet at this stage. It looks like it's still okay. But that's basically it. That's what we're looking at doing today, is completing the rest of the car. And once I take the tarp off, you're going to see basically what we need to do. And then we're going to work on it bit by bit. Well, I'm going to work on it. Jethro's going to... Okay, so I'm just taking off the top now so that you can get sort of like a clearer picture as to what we're doing with the car. But essentially, you can see that the previous owner tried to paint their own shit on here. Well, I don't know when or who, but someone in the history of this car decided to absolutely butcher the crap out of it. So I'm just tidying it up bit by bit. Ta-da! There we go. So there you go. Bit of a work, but now I just have to finalize all the sanding of this. So if we there you go. So yeah, it definitely needs yeah, so fire these helicopters, man, go away. So yeah, you can definitely tell it's needed a bit of a turn on every once in a while, because the car's not roadworthy. Clearly, it's not roadworthy yet, so you can't really drive it around just yet. That's what we're trying to do here by getting it up to speed. And the thing about this whole project is that we're not in a garage. So when I painted the wing, I painted it outside. Now I gotta paint the rest of the car outside as well. So sun's out, got the sander. Shout out to Jerome for letting me borrow this, as well as all the other equipment that I bought to use on this car. We are gonna sand this place, this baby, down and see how we go.
As you can see, Serpa's taking his time putting his mask on.
Bro, this thing won't fucking go on, this flimsy plastic crap. Oh, there we go.
This like feels like paradise.
Fuck, what you
Na, 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 na.
As you can see, Jethro is musically talented.
Na, 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 na.
You have to record the whole thing of me unpacking this, you know that, right? This is a very delicate process, as you can see. Very delicate process, as highlighted by Jethro. I merely adopted the dark. I was born in it. Born in it. Molded by it. Thanks be to God. Yeah, this is taking the heaviest beating out of the whole thing. Everything else is just paint. See, all of that is just paint. So I'm going to sand that anyway, but this is the one that really needs some repairing at the moment. So I'm going to give it a go. I'm learning as I go, so feel free to leave what you think in the comments below, and I'll work on it then. See now? Yeah, brother.
Oh!
Yeah, brother. Oh, but a little bit light, isn't it, Pepper?
Wait, left. Towards the left. This. Yep.
Alright, so I've just done a bit of sanding already. It's a little bit messy, but I had to tidy up a lot of the white, which I'll wash off soon.
Looks like it doesn't work.
This guy just fucking slept the whole time. Just fucking slept the whole time.
It looks like it doesn't work.
Oh, well, you weren't here to see the process. That's why you're a dickhead. At this stage, I've sanded at 60 grit, and I've made my way up. Now I'm going to sand it at 400, just the bonnet. I'm just working on this for now because that's the part that's got a lot of exposed metal. So honestly, this is my first ever, well, it's my first project car that I've fully invested in. I'm not a mechanic. I don't know what the hell I'm doing, but I learn a lot from other people's videos. So I thought I would this whole video is just for me to showcase a transformation. I don't know if it's going to be a good one, but the whole point as to why I'm doing all of this isn't to get the perfect paint job or anything like that. It's actually because in order for me to get it registered and approved and all that sort of stuff, roadworthy, I need to make sure that the color's all uniform. So I'm not too fussed personally on the paint job because I know that it's being done by hand and it's something that's being done from an amateur, but I just want to get it looking decent, and then what I'll hopefully be able to do in the future is repaint it professionally. Oh, and for those who are wondering, it is a 1997 Integra, so that'll be fun. See how we go with that.
I don't have a mask on, so I gotta stay away.
A rattle can.
This one's separate. Look, you're like, I don't know. Look, it's like you're blurry. You're blurry because it's focusing on the thing. And then when I go like this, whoa!
All right, we just had food. We're back at it again. Well, I am. He's going to sleep. And I'm going to end up finishing off that hood and see how we go. Fuck off, bro. Alright, so after some trial and error and a lot of sandpaper, I've just basically primed the bonnet. And this is hella dodgy because obviously I'm going to revisit this later when I actually decide to paint. I was just more so practicing today, the same way that I practiced on the spoiler. I've still got some of that sanding to do just down here, and then a little bit more sanding around the car, and I should be good to go. I've taken off all the plastic, just got it open. Call it a day today. This is all just sort of sanded. I used the last of the primer on the boot. Clearly there's so much more that needs to be done. It needs to be sanded quite a bit till it's even. He had a good nap. All he did was sleep.
I'm sick, that's why.
Yeah, bullshit. I'm gonna sand that again one more time and spray one more coat before I add the base coat so that it's clean. But yeah, it's slowly coming together. Slowly coming together. I'll see you in the next episode.